My topic is network layer protocol. It is basically based on the routing. It is concerned with getting packets from source to destination. The network layer must know the topology of the subnet and choose appropriate path through it. When source and destination are in different network, the network layer must deal with these differences. The key issue of this is what services does the network layer provide to the transport layer, either connectionless or connection oriented. The design goal. The services provided by the network layer should be independent of the subnet topology. The transport layer should be shielded from the number, type and topology of the subnet present. The network layer address available to the transport layer and should use a minimum numbering plan, even across the LANs and WANs. This is a typical communication network. The message will arrive and derive from the transport layer at both the segment, the network layer, the detailing layer, the physical layer. These all interact with each other. This is the network service. This is the segment. This is a normal configuration between the machine A and machine B wants to interact with each other. It sends the data to the network 1, the network 1 to the router gateway, and then the network 2, and then the machine B through the network interface, internet, then transport and application. This is about the metropolitan area network in the network layer protocol. This is organization server. This is gateway. These are the internet or wide area network. This is the backbone of this. This is departmental server. In case of the wide area network, interdomain level, which are connected to the internet service provider, border router, autonomous system or domain. These are the LAN level, which is called in the intradomain level. This is the network service provider A, network service provider B, and the network service provider C. This is the network access point at the both the client and the server. Second is what is network access point? The router server communicate with RA, RB, RC through the LAN. Next is datagram packet switching. Client sends the request to the server. Server responds to the request by sending the packet or receiving the packet. This is the minimal configuration. This is the routing table in datagram protocol, destination address and the output port. It contains the address of the server and the port which involved in the communication. Virtual circuits packet switching. Packet sent from the client, it arrives to the server. Again the routing table, the identifier, output port and the next identifier. So what is routing algorithm? That part of the network layer responsible for deciding on which output line to transmit an incoming packet. Remember, for virtual circuit subnet, the routing decision is made only at setup. What are the algorithm properties? Correctness, simplicity, robustness, stability, fairness, optimality and scalability. It can be classified as adaptive routing, non-adaptive routing. What is adaptive routing? It is based on current measurement of traffic and of topology. It is either centralized, isolated or distributed. Whereas in the non-adaptive routing, it is a flooding, static routing using shortest path algorithm. Two types of shortest path routing algorithm. First one is the Bellman-Ford algorithm, which is based on the distance vector, and the second is the Dijkstra's algorithm based on the link state. What does it mean to be the shortest or optimal route? Minimize mean packet delay, maximize the network throughput, minimize the number of hops along the path. These are the steps involved in the Dijkstra's shortest path algorithm. Initially mark all nodes with infinite distance. Working node equals to source node and the sink node equals to destination node. While the working node is not equal to the sink. This is about the inter-network routing given by Halcyon. Adaptive routing is either centralized or distributed. Again, distributed is intra-domain or the inter-domain. Inter-domain is again the distance vector routing or the net link state routing. So what is distance vector routing? Historically known as the old ARPANET routing algorithm or known as Bellman-Ford algorithm. The basic idea is each network node maintains a distance vector table containing the distance between itself and all possible destination nodes. Distances are based on a chosen metric and are computed using information from the neighbor distance vector. The metrics usually used here are hops or delay. Distance vector routing, the information kept distance vector router. Each router has an ID associated with each link connected to a router. There is a link cost, the metric issue. Distance to itself is 0, distance to all other routes are infinity number. These are the steps involving the distance vector algorithm. This is the subnet and input from the second. This denotes the table for the input from AIHK and the new routing table for the J. This is the new routing table for the J based on AIHK. Routing information protocol. It has a widespread use because it was distributed with BSD Unix and router management daemon. RIP is the most used distance vector protocol. Next is the link state algorithm. The steps involved here is given below. Open shortest path first. It is on the top of IP, that is an OPS. A packet is transmitted with IP data packet header. Uses level 1 level 2 router and has backbone router, area border router and AS boundary router. These are the other protocols, border gateway protocols. Thank you.